Question 11. Find the set of values of x for which a 6x minus 7 is less than 2x plus 3. So let's write question A. We have 6x minus 7 is less than 2x plus 3. So this is an inequality. Basically, we can just solve it like we solve an equation. If and only if we multiply or divide with a negative number, then the sign of the inequality will reverse. So if we multiply by a negative number or divide by a negative number, say if it is this side, it will turn to this side and vice versa. So let's bring the x terms together. We have 6x minus 2x is less than the negative 7 goes to the other side and becomes positive 7 plus 3. 6 minus 2 is 4x. 7 plus 3 is 10. Therefore, x is less than 10 divided by 4. Therefore, x is less than 2.5. So, in the entire working that I have done here, I have only transposed the terms. So, if a term was negative, for example, and if it went to the other side, it became positive. So, I have not multiplied by a negative number or divided by a negative number. Therefore, the sign of the inequality remains as it is. Okay, moving on to part B. Question B is 2x squared minus 11x plus 5 is less than 0. To find the critical values, we equate to 0 and solve. So we have 2x squared minus 11x plus 5 is equal to 0. So our product is 2 5s are 10. Sum is negative 11. So we have numbers 10 minus 10 into minus 1, which add up to give me minus 11 and multiply to give me positive 10. So I will split the middle term. I have 2x squared minus 10x minus 1x plus 5 is equal to 0. Take common from the first two and the last two. I have 2x into x minus 5 minus 1 into x minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, my two brackets are 2x minus 1 and x minus 5. Therefore, my critical values are x is equal to 1 by 2 and x is equal to 5. Now, since this is a quadratic inequality, which means that I have to solve for less than 0, I will first sketch the curve. So this is 5, x5 comma 0, which I got from here, and this is half comma 0. And since I have to take the region below 0, which is seen here, so I will shade below 0 here, and that's the solution for my inequality. Therefore, x values are greater than half and less than 5. And that's answer for question B. Moving on to question C, I have 5 is less than 20 divided by x. So when I want to solve this, for example, if this was just an equation, 5 is equal to 20 divided by x, I could have just taken the x and multiplied on the other side, and I would have it as 5x is equal to 20. Therefore, x is equal to 20 divided 5, which is 4. But the problem here is we do not know the value of x. If x is negative, and if I'm taking it to the other side, and if I'm multiplying it, the sign of the inequality will change. So since I don't know the value of x, I cannot work it like this. So I have to do something else here. In order to get rid of the x in the denominator, I will multiply this by x squared on both sides of the inequality. Now x squared will be positive because even though if x is negative, x squared will always be positive. So if I multiply with x squared on either side, the inequality remains balanced. And now if I cancel the x here with the x squared, I'll be left with x to the power of 1. So now I'll continue. So I have here 5x squared is less than 20x. So 5x squared minus 20x is less than 0. Now this is a quadratic inequality. We can remove 5 and x common out. So we have 5x into x minus 4. For critical values, we can equate it to 0. So 5x is equal to 0 and x minus 4 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 divided by 5. X is equal to 4. Therefore, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. I've got my critical values, and my critical values help me to sketch the curve. So I have got 0 and 4, and I have got to find the value of the inequality where it is below the x-axis, so less than 0. So less than 0, it's going to be below the x-axis, and hence x is greater than 0 and less than 4, and that's my answer to C. Moving on to question part D, we have two inequalities here. So one is 6x minus 7 is less than 2x plus 3, and 2x squared minus 11x plus 5 is less than 0. So I will solve first this one here. Bringing x terms on one side, I have 6x minus 2x is less than 7 plus 3. So 4x is less than 10. Therefore, x is less than 10 divided by 4, where x is less than 2.5. Now, the word and has a special significance, which means our answer has to be the common region between this, the answer to this and the answer to this. So let's first find the answer to the second inequality. So it's 2x squared minus 11x plus 5 is less than 0. So it is the same inequality that, okay, we'll solve it here. So the product is equal to 10, sum is equal to negative 11. So the numbers are negative 10 and negative 1. So we can split the middle term, 2x squared minus 10x minus x plus 5. For critical values, we equate to 0. So we have 2x squared. We can remove common. 2x and x minus 5 minus 1 x minus 5 is equal to 0. So our brackets are 2x minus 1 and x minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, 2x is equal to 1, x is equal to 5, x is equal to half, and x is equal to 5. Since it is an inequality and it takes the region below the x-axis or less than 0, once we sketch it, this is from half to 5 and it is below the x-axis. So this is from half to 5. Now this is the solution for my this inequality, and for this one it's x is less than 2.5. So x is less than 2.5. Now since my answer is the common region between the two answers, I will overlap my inequalities. So I will keep this here and I will keep this. So this is 2.5. So it will be somewhere here. So since it is the common region, so it will be from 2.5 till half, that is common. Because this one this inequality, it is extendable, but the only common region we have is from half to 2.5. So our final answer is x is greater than half and x is less than 2.5. And the reason why I have got these hollow bullets here, so when I have x is less than 2.5, so I draw a hollow bullet. If, for example, it had been x is less than or equal to, it would be a filled bullet here. But since it is not filled, since it's not equal to, we will keep it as a hollow bullet. So that answers question number D.